Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to part 3, the final part of the Dan the Cyborg reflection vlogs. This time we'll be looking at the specials, A Blobby Christmas and Bob's Will, which are the 11th and 12th episodes of Dan the Cyborg, but they are not part of the series that ran from Merry Christmas to Jacob's Master Plan because they're specials. So last time we did... So, part 1 we saw Merry Christmas, part Walkies, Friends Forever, Missing and the Oracle, the first 5 episodes, and then part 2 we saw the 6th, 10th ones. Hitchhiking, Area 51, Journey into Space, Factory of Doom and Jacob's Master Plan. So, go see those ones if you haven't already, and now we will do the last 2 Dan the Cyborg episodes. A Blobby Christmas, which is episode 11 on the list, because it's the 11th one released. Dan must save Christmas by bringing back the magic. Now, I know this one featured kind of a wormy thing, like Wiggly from Madness Who. He hated Christmas and he was going to stop it. And Dan's like, but that's not fair! So he and Bob the Flower Alien have to go and save Christmas and find the magic and stop the evil creature from hating Christmas. And in the end, they manage to defeat him and they have a very Merry Christmas. Yeah, this is a good one. It's an enjoyable... It's not the best thing in the world, but it's an enjoyable one. It's just a bit of fun. And yeah, it's some fun. It's some fun. And finally, we've got Bob's Will, which is the 12th and final episode, and also the second special. And I believe was released midway between Series 2, because it's released in April 2010, and Series 2 took a break over April. Series 2 of Time Agent, because Episode 3, Redemption of Mortis, was March, but 4, the musical, was May. So I think they put this one in the middle, like Liam's Lessons in Series 1. I don't think they were intending one for Series 3, but they accidentally did for between 4 and 5, but thankfully Madness 2 filled the gap for that, as I discovered. So in this one, this one obviously takes place after the events of the new member from Series 2. Whilst Jenny Delahen, or Jen loses her best friend, Dan receives a mysterious parcel from his now deceased dear friend, Bob the Flower Alien. This one, as I said, takes place after the new member, so Bob's dead. This is his will, and he gives Dan a package delivered by Billy Tracy's postman. Gives it to Dan, and he's revealed to be a chicken, but Jen Hen is sad because she's lost her best friend. Dan visits the Oracle, once again played by Billy Tracy, this time not working at McDonald's, and then in the end he decides he has to take Jenny's friend back to her, and they rush back across the field, chicken style, and are happy again. Also, I think Billy was interviewing Jen Hen in one of these episodes. It might have been in the series. In the end, Ghost Bob meets up with Dan to say well done and thank you for bringing Jenny's friend back. Then afterwards, Dan goes on a montage about this is the end, because he was a bit sad earlier about giving a friend back. And he's like, this is the end of something, but it's a good thing. So yeah, this is the end of Dan the Cyborg, and it's quite sweet. So, that was Dan the Cyborg specials, and they were pretty great. I'd probably give both of those an 8 out of 10 as well. Again, I can't really give them proper ratings because I can't rewatch them. There's also, and now before I finish up, I just remembered there's also another special episode of Dan the Cyborg that's not listed. He and Bob tried to do their own fan film. It was either a Dan the Cyborg or Dan's Diary one, mini special. They just tried to do their own fan film. And from what I remember, it was great. But I can't remember much about it. I don't think I watched it as much because it was a hidden special. You could find it on Billy Tracy or Wellbuilt Extra channel. Well, we'll never see it again. It was enjoyable though. I think there was a clip of it in the Richard B. Brooks fan film drinking game video, along with several from Time Agent. The down the whole bottle being from Sins of the Past. I would probably give that one a 7. Not Sins of the Past, the fan film one, but I can't remember it that well. It's probably the one I remember the least, aside from Walkies. But yeah, this was a great last 2 episodes, plus the fan film one. It's a great ending, and it wrapped up the Dan the Cyborg story really well. It was very emotional as well. And to be honest, I think Bob's Will one is probably the best. That's all Jacob's master plan. They're just very well written and just acted. I think some of these are probably improvised, but other times they're following a basic story like Series 1, and other times they're probably following a script one like Series 2. So they're probably kind of in the same area as the specials. Overall, it's a great series and great show. So when Dan the Cyborg comes back, I urge you to check it out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time for Dan's Diaries. Goodbye.